Good morning, everyone who's joining us from Northern Ireland, or indeed elsewhere in Europe. And good evening to everyone who is joining us over here in the Far East. And there's probably a good few good afternoons in there too, as the world, even over this way in the Far East, has finally opened up and we're all traveling again with business. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Mark Graham, Invest in I Regional Director for Northeast Asia, covering South Korea, Japan and Taiwan. And I'm based here at the British Embassy in Tokyo. You're very welcome to the first ever Spotlight on Korea. It is the first one because our presence and our team there is relatively new. Our people there haven't been in place since June, based at the British Embassy in Seoul. With the official office opening having just been conducted back in December there by the Minister of State for Northern Ireland, Steve Baker. So the office is new, but that certainly doesn't mean our staff lack anything in experience or ability. Our people in situ in the market are very commercial. David Bay, who'll be coming up next, is our country head, and he comes with a wealth of experience in the life and health science sector, and is ably supported by Susie Lee, our senior trade officer, who has extensive experience in the tech sector. And being a relatively new office doesn't mean that these guys are still getting their feet under the table, far from it. They've been very busy from the get-go. From leading an inward investment mission of 13 companies to Northern Ireland in October, hosting a ministerial visit in December, forming strong ties between Northern Ireland and Korea by an innovation twinning with Sejong City and Belfast City, to already securing high-profile trade wins. They've done an awful lot so far. I won't say too much more on that, as I know we've got some great guests coming along later to talk about all those things. And I thank them very much for participating. Tonight is all about Korea, but I just want to give a quick plug for Japan. If you didn't catch our second Spotlight in Japan webinar last month, please go to the INI website and search for Spotlight in Japan, where you can catch some clips. And if you're interested in taking that further, please drop me a line. Same goes for Taiwan. So that's all for now. Thanks again for logging in. I see we have a lot of companies online now. You're all very welcome. And thanks again to the panelists for their valuable contributions. I'll hand you over now to our country head for Korea, David Bay. Over to you, David.
Thank you, Mark, for your kind introduction. Hello, everyone. My name is David Bay, and I'm a country manager for the Invest in I for Korean office. And it's absolute pleasure meeting everyone here. And thank you for your time today to join this webinar to learn more about Korea. We're very delighted to provide you with the deep insight about Korea, and it is a truly unique place where many opportunities are available for both trade and investment in various sectors. And we would like you to take all the advantage that are available, all the resources that are available to increase your export, as well as the foreign investment opportunities to grow your business globally in Korea, as well as the other APAC regions together. And a little bit about South Korea is that it is very known for its sophisticated demand, economic, regulatory stability, and ease of doing business with unique cultural backgrounds. Korean companies truly do understand how important global partnership is, and they are very fast moving, and they always want to become the top tier in the industry with their partners around the world. And I personally know this because I work with large conglomerates in Korea, always seeking to work with global partnership as well as the government sectors as well. So today we have 3 speakers who are truly the top experts that can share what it's like doing business in Korea and their real world experience to help your business to be successful in the region. So for the first speaker, we have Ms. Nam, who is the investment manager from KOTRA. And KOTRA stands for Korea Trade Promotion Agency, and it is a state-funded organization that is operated by the Korean government in South Korea, which is very similar to what Invest in I does for the Northern Ireland. So she will explain more about the overall of the Korean culture, the business environment, economics, market trends in various sectors, and about KOTRA and its subsidiary division, Invest Korea as well. And second, we have Desi Roch, who is a commercial manager from Belfast Distillery, and he will share his recent experience of entering Korean market and his insight of process that he went through working with the Korean distributor that we introduced last year. And lastly, we have Andrew Cockburn, who is the head of global business growth from the Connected Place by Catapult. And he will share his current project in Korea about the twinning between Sejong and Belfast City that Mark mentioned, and also for the smart city development phase and its opportunity that lies ahead for everyone for here today. So now I would like to introduce Ms. Nam to present about the Korean market and their organization first. So off to you, Ms. Nam.